Hey guys, earlier I said I would show you how to make an Easter card. So we're going to do a pop-up card. I don't know if anybody has ever seen one of those before, so this might be new to some of you. But what you're going to need is paper, some markers, and some glue. So I want this one to be the inside of my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark off on the edge. I want to cut about this far all the way up. So I'm going to take my scissors. And I'm just going to match up to that line, and I'm going to cut all the way up, just to cut a little bit off so that, oopsies, I cut crooked, so that it'll fit into my other one a little better, because later on we're going to put them together like this before we fold them up, and it looks nicer because now I have a border with the other color. So the first thing you're going to do, we cut that edge off of this paper. So now you're going to take this paper, and I want you to fold it in half. Fold it the shorter way. Don't fold it like a hot dog fold. Fold it like a hamburger fold. So I want you to fold it and get it lined up. I'm going to match my corners up. And I'm going to slide my finger down the middle so that I can fold it in half evenly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, and on the side that has the fold, so this part right here, I'm going to look and I'm going to find the middle. So I found the middle. It's about right here. I'm going to draw 2 lines close to the middle of the paper. Mine's not really in the middle. It wasn't in the middle when I made one yesterday either. But you see my 2 lines? Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut like this. Right on those lines. And that's all I'm going to do for right now. So when I open it up, it's still all together, but you can see where I cut it. This part is going to be tricky. So you know how you just did that? You're going to take it, you're going to open it up, and I want you to take the part that you just cut, and I want you to push it inside. Just like this. So you're going to go to the back of it, you're going to take your finger, and you can hold on to the paper here, and then you're going to push this inside. So that now, this part, oopsies. So that now this part, I pulled it through and I folded it, and then I shut my book. I shut my paper in half. Now I have this little thing. You see that? So now what I'm going to do, now that I have done that, I want to make the sky and some grass. So if I want to cover the bottom part, I want to cover this part and make it look like grass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of construction paper, and since they're the same distance or the same width, I don't have to measure it off. I can just cut. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to say, I want it to come about halfway up the paper. So from here, about halfway would be like this much. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut kind of at a curved line. And I'll show you why in a minute. So I just cut kind of in a zigzag or in a curve. And you guys can do straight across or however you want. So then when I glue it on, it looks like grass, but it looks like it has the hill. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put it on the back of what's going to be my grass. And I'm going to put it down. So now I have my grass. Now I want to add some other little grass pieces. So what I'm going to do this time, if I want to add some grass up here that looks like grass that's standing up, I'm going to take my green paper and I'm going to cut a square. Actually, I'm going to cut a rectangle because that would work better. And what you need to do once you cut this out, you're going to fold it like this, and you can fold it in half or fold it a little less than half. I'm going to fold mine in half. And you see how it looks like this? What you're going to do is cut down these, or you can draw on it and make it look like the grass is standing up. So I'm just going to cut little lines going down. And now it looks like this. Looks kind of like the grass. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to glue the part that's still flat that I didn't cut. I'm going to put the glue like that. So then when I hook it on, you see how that grass is standing up? Just like that. And you can do however many of those that you want. I'm just going to do one for right now. So now I want to cut out a rabbit. This is a little tricky. It took me a couple tries the other day when I wanted to make one. So I'm just going to take a piece of, I'm going to use cream colored paper, but you can use any kind of paper that you want. So I'm going to draw mine first because I tried to cut it out without drawing it the other day and it was really not very easy. So I'm going to draw my little body like this. And then part of the head. And you can draw your bunny to look however you want. Mine looks a little silly and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw his face on. So I drew my bunny. And he's a little silly looking, but that's okay. And you can draw your bunny however you want. So now that I've drawn him, I'm going to cut him out. And you can still see some of my lines where I traced, and that's alright. Or you can cut him out, or you can use pencil, and then you can erase the little lines if you don't get them all cut out. And you can still see them on your bunny. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my bunny. And you see how when we open this card we have this thing that looks like that little box? I'm going to tape my bunny. Actually, I'm going to glue him. I'm going to take some glue and put it just on his bottom half. So just like that, where his tail should be. And I'm going to take him and I'm going to put him just like that. You see? So now when I open my card up, he's standing up. It's a pop-up card. I think you guys have probably seen a few pop-up books, but now we have a card that does that. And I'm going to add some more grass. I'm going to put some grass in front of him just so it looks like, like he's hiding. So I cut out another square. I'm going to fold it in half. Now I'm going to cut some grass. I'm going to go cut, 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 cut. So I did that. Now I'm going to put my glue on my flat side that I didn't cut on the bottom part, not on the inside, because you don't want it to get stuck if you close it. You want it on this part so that these are still going to stand up. And I'm going to put this right here in front of the rabbit. Oops, you can't see that. I'm going to put this right here in front of the rabbit. So I glued this part down, and then my grass is still standing up. So when I open my book up, see how he's standing behind the grass? Now let's say I want to put a sun up in the corner. So I'm going to look at my book, and I can match up a piece of paper like this. And I can say, I need my sun to be like this big. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to trace my sun. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut right along that line that I just drew. Now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put it on the back of my sun. And I'm going to line my sun back up again, right up here in my corner. So now I have a pop-up book. And you can add more to this, but first I'm going to go ahead and put the outside on it, because if you leave it like this, you have this opening. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put this part around it so that the pop-up card has that outer covering. But first I want to make sure that it's going to be even when I open it. So I'm going to line it up and just see how much pink I want showing at the top or the bottom. So I want mine like this. So I'm going to put my pink part down and I'm going to glue on this part. Make sure you don't get any glue right here or it's not going to be a pop-up card anymore. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put some glue down. We don't need a bunch of glue because it'll just soak through that paper and it won't stick very well. So now I'm going to put my inside part of the card, that blue that I just glued down, back on my pink, and I'm going to make sure that my bunny doesn't get stuck because then it's not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. And you might have to wait a few minutes so that the glue dries, but I'm not going to do that just so you don't have to wait while I wait. So that we can go ahead and finish the video. So now I have a pop-up card. You see that? So I'm going to write on the front, and you can write whatever you want and give it to whoever you want. I'm going to write Happy Easter. So now on the front I have Happy Easter, and then when I open it up, oops, my grass fell down, I have a pop-up card. And then if I want, I can add Easter eggs into my grass. So I'm just going to take a colorful piece of paper, or if you have white paper, you can take it and then color it. And I'm just going to cut out what looks to be like an Easter egg. Oops. And my Easter eggs always come out a little bit crooked, and that's okay. So I'm going to put my glue down, and I'm going to put my Easter egg right in the grass. Right in front of the Easter bunny. And I'm going to draw my lines on it so that it doesn't just look like an orange circle. So now I have my Easter eggs. So that's an easy way that we can do a pop-up card. You're just going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to find that middle part and do 2 lines going up and down. And you're going to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you're going to cut like this. And depending on how big you make these is how big your pop out is going to be. So now that I've done that, I'm going to pull this part inside and then fold it, and then I'm going to close my card. And then now when I open it, it looks like this. And you can do multiple or more than one pop-ups. Then you can have more than one thing popping up. But I'm just going to do one for now. So then, however you decorate it, you can do, you can put it on the pop-up. And then you can write anything you want in the card. So I wrote Happy Easter, and you can write, To Mom, I love you, or you can write whatever you want. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was easy to follow. I think these are super cute. I saw them online, and I wanted to make one, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Happy Easter, guys. I hope you guys are healthy and staying safe. Bye.